Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's 5/14/21. Getting into the good weather now, guys. That's right. Because the CDC has now, if you've gotten the vax, lifted the muzzle. You know, let's just quickly look back. Let's look back. You remember the really heavy set guy with the I-95 muzzle on his face? I'll tell you, and I just thought of this idea. They should have come up with the alien thing. With the big, because it looked like a big suction cup on his mouth. His skin was like flapped over and his fucking muzzle's inside of his head. They should have done the alien thing with the mask and had the little, the arms around it on his head. That would look great. Wonderful. Okay, so they've lifted the ban for only vax people. Now, this is where it gets better. Okay, how are they going? We had the mask ambassadors, all right, and you know how well they were treated. Now we're going to have the vax ambassadors. Okay, the vax ambassador. The vax ambassador is going to be the guy in the front of. They were like bouncers that we used to have in the nightclubs. Back in the day when we had nightclubs. I don't even think they exist anymore. I used to hate going there. I was like, why the fuck do you want to go to a nightclub and dance? I never really understood the concept. You go meet women. I'm like, you're not going to meet a woman here. She's going to be all drunk. Forget it. Look. Anyway, so we're going to have the vax ambassadors out there. And this person's going to be in front of every single restaurant. Of course, it's going to be the choice of the owner in order to have one of these people. And they're going to check your ID. Are you good with that? Are you fine with that? I guess you must be. Everybody seems to be fine with everything nowadays. You can pretty much tell them anything because it was new science that discovered this. The CDC's, because they're under pressure at this point. People are getting the vax left and right. People are getting sick and tired of wearing fucking face masks, and they're finally waking up. Not to flat Earth, but at least to this, See, the thing is when the CDC comes out with something and then they implement all these laws, and when you don't roll back the law, that's when people start getting pissed off, okay? And that's exactly what the CDC has done, is they've implemented all these laws, but they're not rolling any of them back, when meanwhile, millions of people are getting vaxxed, millions of people are becoming a magnetic personality. Oh, you know where I'm going with this one, huh? That's right. Take the magnet test. It's the magnet challenge. The next person you see that gets a vax, and I have quite a few of them because we bring them to certain places and they get the vax immediately. Take that magnet. It has to be a rare earth magnet, and it's not really rare. You can just go into a hardware store. It's a cylinder-shaped magnet. It's very powerful. It's the most powerful magnet you can get on the market. Not the one that NASA has, though. No. NASA has special stuff in there. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So go out and get yourself a couple of them. As a matter of fact, you might want to stock up on them, because the minute this word gets out and they can't think of how to debunk this, people are going to be running around like madmen buying these little magnets and saying, wait a minute, it sticks. Is that all right? Should I be worried? I don't know. I told you not to take it. I told you not to fool around with something you don't know anything. Okay, but if you really feel like you should, then take the vax, because it's good for you, okay? Anyway, so Tesla, I don't know, I haven't heard much going on with Tesla except batteries now. As a matter of fact, I have one behind me right now. Isn't that great? They're all over the roads. Well, you know what? In New York, we have a Tesla dealership. It's in Mount Kisco. And I think there's another one somewhere else. But they can't actually buy the car from the dealership. It's weird for some reason or another. I don't think they can actually purchase a car. The car has to be delivered to them or something. I don't know. Who cares? Who the fuck cares? I mean, the car is ridiculous. It takes more to build that car than it does to build a gas engine car. I mean, really, it's ridiculous. And then these politicians want us to go to electric cars. Yeah, sure. Oh, well then, do you have $150,000? I'd like it. Sure, I'll go with an electric car. Go out and buy me one, you fucking idiots. These freaking politicians, I've had it with these politicians. They don't know what the hell's going on. These puppets. Well, we all know they're all puppets. It's just sometimes they just get so annoyed. They say one thing and they say this and they say that. And it's like a debacle, these fucking people. And where's Waldo? Where's Biden? Biden? Hey, Biden, where are you? Are you ever going to come back out and talk to us? That's good. You elected him. Congratulations. You just got a puppet for a president who is nowhere to be found. That's great, guys. Wonderful. How many speeches has he made? One. And it was a disaster. Well, he's like, where's my notes? I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, man. Just the clips here and there. Okay, anyway. So what's Tesla doing now? I don't know. Are they still going to Mars? Everybody says, yes, they're going to Mars. Rah, rah, rah. Do you realize where he gets his parts from? He gets his parts from fucking NASA, for crying out loud. Do you think he has any rocket scientists there? No. Now, all of his parts are coming shipped directly from NASA. He works with NASA. NASA works with him. I mean, NASA wouldn't let anybody up in the skies unless there was some kind of affiliation with NASA. Don't you understand that? Doesn't that? So no corporation ever could build any rocket at all whatsoever and go into space because there is no space. Just like you can't go down to Antarctica and you can't run around there and go see the ice wall. Whether it's ice, I don't know. Whether it's glass, who knows? It's probably made of a type of material we'll never understand. Okay? We bombed it for I don't know how many years, 10 years, I think we were throwing these atomic bombs up there and trying to blast through it, which, by the way, if we did, wouldn't that have killed all of us? See how psychotic these people are? I mean, really. But no, the creator wouldn't have anything up there that would be a threat, And the minute we are a threat, nighty-night. We're not quite a threat to the creator yet to try to get to anywhere we need to go. No, I think that the people, they are happy with just the way we are and try to keep this a secret as long as they can. Okay? As long as they can. Okay, now, it's Friday, and I'd like to give you something to think about. It's funny, I had the pleasure of driving on one of these highways that are really high up. It's on 684. And you're at a high altitude, almost like you're up in the mountains. And yesterday were fair weather clouds. Believe it or not, we didn't really have any chemtrails yesterday. And, you're looking at the sun, which obviously is a projection, because that's the only way you can get this. And you're looking at the shadows of the clouds. And then when I'm looking at the cloud and I'm looking at the shadow of the cloud on the ground, moving very slowly, by the way, they are the same size. What? How could that fucking be? Anything that you put in front of a light should be 5 times the size of it. Just like the solar eclipse, right? No, don't worry. It's only 70 miles. Oh, but it's refraction and reflection is causing a small shadow rather than this huge shadow. Just like you put a little army man right there. He's about 15 feet tall and he's really 5 inches right in front of the light. Nobody sees this. Nobody sees this. So the next time you go out, another way to prove that the earth is flat, and that is a projection, and a hell of a lot closer than you think. Now I'm beginning to think this thing is probably only maybe 70 or 100 miles away at this point. Because just the projection just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm looking down and I'm looking at a cloud that looks exactly the same size, if not a little bit smaller, than the cloud that's partially covering the sun on the ground. It's really neat to see. I don't know if you're going to be able to find a spot to do it, but I mean, just try to find a tall mountain and get those fair weather clouds, those little puffy clouds. They look like paintings, well, because they are, of all the globe shots that you see, they're all paintings. Anyway, it's remarkable that they have gotten away with this as long as they have. And You know, I don't know. I'm just dumbfounded. There's still people after the CDC has just lifted this morning. For example, I'm still seeing them wearing face masks. You know, I think those people are done. Their soul has been sucked out of them for the last year and a half. You know, they don't even have any personality anymore. But they can get a magnetic personality because I'm sure they have it now. You gotta love it, guys. You gotta love it. I'm here all week. All right. All right. Anyway, have a good weekend. I'm gonna try to put something out. Thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.